Hi, my name is Garrett Matheny. Today I will be talking about the legalization of marijuana. This is for CRJU 495, Critical Perspectives and Criminal Justice. I'm a senior at Radford University. My policy is the benefit of legalization of marijuana. It focuses on the legalization and decriminalization of marijuana, reduces crime rates and incarceration rates with a marijuana reform in criminal law. A little intro here is the legalization of marijuana has been a contentious subject between the state government and federal government. The federal government classifies marijuana as a Schedule I drug, but some states have passed marijuana laws. Many programs are being established to conduct research and yield statistics based on their use of marijuana for medical and recreational purposes. Student access is a new topic and has been proposed recently and shows high positivity outcomes because the states can create their own laws rather than go through federal law. Reduction of crime rates is also a large debating topic because many cities have reviewed statistical evidence which shows crime rates and arrest rates are down in cities that have legalized marijuana. A little history of marijuana is the legalization of medical marijuana came into existence in the late 70s and early 80s, where some states passed laws to conduct research through federal programs using medical cannabis. The state of California started with the trend by passing laws around marijuana. The city of San Francisco then passed laws resolving the patient's use of medical marijuana, and they cannot be targeted by law enforcement. Recreational marijuana uses legalization, which came into existence in 2012 when the first two states, Colorado and Washington, took the first step forward and allowed the sale and purchase of recreational marijuana from licensed vendors that could be used on private property. The marijuana industry growth. Research based on cannabis estimates that there will be around $30 million in the market by 2021 and around $60 billion in 2025. Financial issues. The most common issue is that marijuana products are taxed at a higher rate than other products, in addition to the tax rate even higher between medical and recreational marijuana. The first proposal removes marijuana and marijuana products from the Schedule of Controlled Substances, which would allow marijuana producers to deduct necessary business expenses for their private businesses. The second proposal would exempt marijuana from the Controlled Substance Acts if the manufacturer complies with state laws. Student access of medical marijuana. 31 states within the United States now have medical marijuana and cannabis programs. Each individual state legislates what constitutes their laws and regulations within the state jurisdiction regarding students using medical marijuana. Children have had positive success using medical marijuana being treated for epilepsy, autism, and chemotherapy, while other treatments have had little to no success. The first of the two policy issues is that in some schools, they are not required to accommodate students who are prescribed medical marijuana. This is a problem because students might not be able to use their prescribed marijuana due to school rules or regulations. The second of the two policies explains how some schools may have certain policies to accommodate medical marijuana and use during school hours, but if a student may transfer or change schools, the next school might have a different policy. Second part of the student access. In Colorado schools, marijuana may be distributed by a parent or guardian. This law took effect in 2000 through Amendment 20, meaning a parent could come to school and drop off the marijuana to their children. However, on June 4th, 2018, the governor of Colorado signed a bill which allows a school nurse to distribute marijuana during school hours, which helps parents or guardians in this case because they don't have to come leave work and then drop off the marijuana to the school. With the Disabilities Education Act, schools could possibly lose federal funding because of the use of medical marijuana on school property. Reduction of arrest rate. Marijuana legalization has been linked to the reduction of arrest rates in both black and white communities. In Washington, the results provided analytical data to show that arrest rates from marijuana for 21 years and older were drastically lower, and disparities grew from 2.5 to 5 times higher for blacks than whites. Whereas people under 21 years old also dropped in the rate of marijuana-related arrests, but not as significant as 21 years and older, but also had disparities staying at the same rate. In conclusion, the study for both blacks and whites, the marijuana arrest rate decreased significantly due to legalization of marijuana and stayed at a low rate after marijuana markets opened. Marijuana decriminalization also had an effect in the city of Philadelphia regarding arrest rates and the impact of decriminalization of marijuana. The study was conducted in Philadelphia where different populations were targeted. The study's focus was associated with a reduction in arrest rates over a 9-year period from 2009 to 2018. Results showed dramatic impact with the legalization of marijuana, where the mean arrest rate pertaining to every marijuana crime in Philly declined 19.9 per 100,000 people, which is a 35% decrease, 17.1 per 100,000 people for possession for a 43% decrease, and 2.8 per 100,000 people, which is a 16% decrease for the sale of marijuana, which is a complete change in direction for Philadelphia. The Uniform Crime Report, otherwise known as UCR, data looked at all 50 states to see a relationship between decriminalized recreational and medical marijuana usage in relation to crime rates and arrest rates for marijuana abuse violations. Results from the research indicated that in the trend, property and violent crimes